Hey kids, you're about to listen to a comedy podcast. That means that none of this is medical advice. If you need medical advice or medical care, please contact your doctor.
Welcome to the Jock Doc podcast featuring Dr. London Smith. If you don't hear from us in 2023, it's because we've been deplatformed for boldly taking a stand and saying, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Introducing your host, Dr. London Smith.
Hello, and welcome to the Jock Doc Podcast Office Party, where we discuss fitness and health, maybe have a few drinks, and, we figure out how to incorporate our modern understanding of science and medicine into our daily lives, but without it being so boring. I'm your party host, drlondonsmith.com, and I'd like to begin by apologizing to our listeners. We've received some feedback about the excessive amount of technical medical terms that I've been using at past holiday parties, like peritoneal biopsy and
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
So I'll try to temper my terminology to a simpler one in the future. Here to help with that, and to sort of help me host the party, is our producer Cameron.
Hey, Dr. Lund, I do want to clarify here. You said this was the office party. This is the office holiday party. This is not to be confused with the office's birthday party.
Okay.
That is December 26th. We have to come in the day after Christmas to celebrate the birthday of the office.
Do you remember that when we were both at the hospital when the office was born?
I was wasted.
Yeah, we had to carry both you and the office out.
Well, Dr. London, the holidays are here. We have this party. We've got all this food. We're waiting on some guests. I'm getting pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. And also, of course, did you know the host?
Merry Christmas, 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 Merry Christmas.
He is in the house, as I always say, and just playing the tunes. I'm pretty excited here because, well, for one thing, we don't get to invite outside people. We normally just have podcast people.
Usually not. There's so many NDAs involved. There's so many sort of corporate secrets that we've got to keep under wraps that it's just easier.
So many lawsuits.
Most of our parties, our company parties, office parties, it's me, Dr. London, and DJ Dylan, and that's it.
Yes.
Maybe occasionally there will be a pizza guy dropping off the pizza, but we rarely let him in.
So this is nice. We're opening up a little bit, and social anxiety wise, I think we've all been preparing ourselves mentally.
Oh, sure. Dr. London, how many minutes today did you look in the mirror and say, "You'll be no one's friend. No one will ever want to be friends with you. What is wrong with you? Why are you like this?"
Yeah, only. I do have to pick a number.
No, you don't have to.
Okay. Anyway, I guess before the guests arrive, do you want to maybe read a little bit of feedback?
I guess we can. It's, these are the holidays. Having to listen to our listeners like whine and stuff isn't bringing me cheer. But I guess we can. Do we want to?
Yeah. So for a long time, our listener demographic was primarily composed of sort of frustrated incels with rampant cases of ingrown toenails that had such a problem that they found themselves overwhelming their own racist agenda with the urgent need for political advocacy towards obtaining free healthcare. But lately, we noticed that we tried to cater to them so much, and for all you incel listeners, hey, you're still here. We still see that you're here, but we have so many more bot listeners.
You are slowly disappearing, sort of like in Back to the Future, because if you do not have sex by a certain point, you will sort of just evaporate out of the air.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. Hey, and
that's how the clouds are made. That's how rain is formed.
You're as beautiful as a cloud, and not in a mean way.
No, not because of the shape of you or anything.
Yeah, it's actually a nice thing for us to say that. So, anyway, Cameron, could you ask the electric kettle for the listener feedback?
Absolutely. Let me just plug in my keyboard to the electric kettle. Hello, kettle. Ask me a question. Dear Dr. London and Cameron, as a robot enjoying a delicious meatball sub, I must ask, what are your thoughts on the role of dietary preferences in overall health and well-being? And do you have any favorite recipes for mouth-watering sandwiches that you'd be willing to share on the Jock podcast? Sincerely, Robot Eating a Meatball Sub.
I get, well...
Yeah. How many times have we gotten this question?
Yeah.
We need to answer it because it just keeps coming up. So clearly...
Well, the fact that but the thing is, this listener did give us an out. What do we feel comfortable with sharing? And not much. Like that's really a private matter.
They're not asking you to talk about like your wife leaving you or like your kids not talking to you. I think it's more sandwich related stuff.
Are you sure? Because
you can keep all of that secret still.
I can keep the sandwich stuff.
Where you go at night.
Yeah.
Where you go at day. I think it's mostly they're interested in the sandwich stuff, and also does diet have any health and well-being effects at all? And do you want to keep that secret?
See, we're just not at that section in the curriculum for the show.
Well, and also you have to go to medical school to learn this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You're just going to hand that out for free? It's just free information.
Yeah, why don't we also just let people subscribe to the Patreon for free, right?
Absolutely.
Like, no, it's...
no.
Yeah.
Nope.
Listeners, and if you're listening to this, then you're definitely subscribed to the Patreon, so you have to go through a paywall for everything. For our best content, for med school. Yes, those are the two. And for everything else, it's pretty much free.
Well, can I share a sandwich real quick?
Are you sure you feel comfortable with that?
If you allow me to.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like a submarine bread, meatballs, marinara, mozzarella cheese. It's toasted. And I call it Cameron's Sandwich Surprise. So, Robot Eating a Meatball Sub, I really recommend trying out Cameron's Sandwich Surprise. Yeah, and I'm sorry, I can't endorse it because I haven't tried it. I haven't tested it clinically, so like the diet stuff. And that's okay. Yeah. I don't think I asked for your endorsement. I'm just trying to pitch in my bit. That's all. Yeah. Which is I'm just saying, my fans. Right. Your endorsement to my fans is an anti-endorsement. Right. The cam girls. Like, yeah. No, I get it. I get it. So I'm very glad you're not endorsing it. Thanks. Okay. Well, anyway, to this listener, thank you for listening, and thank you, Cameron, for giving an answer. Anyway, I guess let's answer the door, because the door has been. You probably can't tell because DJ Dylan does mute the door whenever I speak, but the doorbell is a ringing. So. Okay. Go up to it. Yeah, okay, we got it. Hello there. Oh, okay. Yeah, one thing I neglected to mention is it is a Western-themed holiday party. And it is a cowboy Western-themed holiday party, and unfortunately, we don't know, like, cowboys. Yeah. Or anyone who knows about the Old West. We really mostly know, what's the PC way to describe them, Dr. London? We know, I'd say we do know people who are Western cowboy adjacent, which is primarily, now they aren't just clowns, because clown is a specific thing. Those are French, usually. And clowns, that's what we have up in the White House. Yeah. And okay, let's actually not get political though. I know it's going to come up anyway, but like let's try to not. But there are clowns in there sometimes, all over there. Yeah, I guess that is a good counterpoint. Okay, but so these are actually rodeo clowns. Yep. Yeah. So when I say these, I'm sorry, Jennifer. I'm just to let you know, this is a normal thing at our holiday party. Everyone is being recorded. By everyone, I do mean everyone who matters, which is Cameron and I, and DJ Dylan. So, but we've got this Western themed party that I'm really excited for. Now, thank you, Rodeo Clowns, for bringing all the props and everything. I know usually we don't force the guests to do all the decorating and everything, but we don't have cowboy stuff. We don't have connections to cowboy stuff, but we know you do.
Yeah.
So thank you.
So I guess bring that barrel, Jennifer, Lynn. You can put that barrel over there. Okay, and I feel like we should have had a barrel section for this party, because
everyone's rolling in a barrel.
Yeah, and I can see why. I'm glad we took so long, kind of introducing things to each other, because I can see everyone put on some makeup, but it looks like everyone is kind of making a beeline for the bathroom to finish putting on makeup. So I guess.
Yeah, now the big line is forming up, but they're clowns, so they're like stacking on top of each other and stuff.
Yeah, so I guess keep that up. We can. I guess is now a good time for a toast?
While all the guests are setting up all the decorations and stuff for us.
And in the bathroom line, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So anyway, I just kind of want to talk today about. I'm really excited for where we've gone in the last year as a podcast. Okay, and I know that none of our guests are affiliated with a podcast. This is all sort of a +1 situation that got out of hand. But for me, it's just been really exciting to see how far we've progressed, and also
and how far the boat has progressed. The boat that this podcast is recorded on.
Yeah.
We've traveled. 40 miles.
Yeah, nautical, but yeah, like not real miles.
No, yesical.
Yeah. So.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. I'm just saying they're not real miles. They're it's like air miles.
Yeah, you said they're not a cool miles.
Yeah.
And I'm saying yes, they're cool miles.
So you're disagreeing. Okay. So anyway, we have made a lot of progress on this boat. And that's without rowing, okay? And I think we've all been pretty excited about that. We stopped rowing a while ago, despite the fact that it can, burn some calories. I never saw it as a problem. But yeah, it's great that we managed to get everyone here, shipped to this location for this party. Once again, the Western theme is hard to pull off at sea, but it's worth it.
But we somehow did.
Yeah, it's so, and that's the spirit.
And all we had to do was get our friends, a large group of rodeo clowns, to bring all of their cowboy stuff in barrels that they sort of just floated in the ocean to reach our boat.
Yeah. Simple, easy. And that's sort of our approach is, simplify things. So, in that spirit, I just want to give a warning. So some, and I don't want to rat anyone out here, but someone here has had a history of Nonketotic Hyperosmolar Syndrome. Okay, so
sucks.
And I don't want to rat anyone out here, but they're diabetic, so we have to kind of watch the sugar stuff, and they tend to have an extremely elevated glucose level, and this condition of hypertonicity can result in an altered mental status as fluids are pulled away from the brain. So if someone acts a little crazy at the holiday party, that could be the drinks.
They diabetic.
Yeah, it could be the alcohol. It could be the drugs. Or it could also possibly be an emergency situation. So.
And there's no way to tell. So you just gotta let it be.
Well, I mean, one way to tell. So unlike in diabetic ketoacidosis, which is similar phenomenon, Nonketotic Hyperosmolar Syndrome can more commonly lead to seizures and brain abnormalities. So it's not just acting strangely, but just full on having seizures. It does not.
Yeah, but Dr. London, that can also happen when someone's just partying a little too hard.
No,
You're really gonna harsh someone's buzz just because they took a little bit of this and drank a little bit of that, and now they're having a seizure.
Yeah, no, that is on me.
I'm a doctor. I'm gonna kill the vibe in this room and kill everyone's fun, just because this man is shaking on the floor, which is what you do on the dance floor, is you sort of shake around, right?
Especially my dance style is I get the point you're making here, that I fall on the ground and just kind of go stiff and then jerk my limbs around. So I'm seeing now that I could really harsh someone else's buzz if anyone else dances like me. But
people do, because once you start it becomes just like this mini trend in the dance floor. Yeah.
And then we're all over TikTok, and getting rid of that. But anyway.
And now you're saying everyone needs to stop because all these people trying to dance are actually diabetic and having seizures? Doesn't make sense, Dr.
I'm just saying it's potential.
You're speaking gibberish.
So Nonketotic Hyperosmolar Syndrome, these patients do not typically have an anion gap, and the sodium bicarbonate levels tend to be normal. So that's a way to distinguish it from diabetic ketoacidosis. The best initial therapy for patients with Nonketotic Hyperosmolar Syndrome is insulin and high-volume fluids. So that's what we give to someone who, to the one person at this party, and I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to violate HIPAA, but like...
You're saying give them another drink, give them more fluids.
Yeah, high volume, no less. So you pour a tall one.
Yeah,
and then
this needs to be, this person never has an empty hand. If a glass is empty, you replace it.
Yeah, and look, and it's honor system because we didn't hire waiters, but like, be a waiter, you know. This is the kind of situation where it matters. Be a waiter.
And you guys are rodeo clowns. You can handle like multiple stuff.
Yeah, surely the skill set translates.
Yeah, you can like juggle stuff and carry stuff around, and you have little cars that you can cart stuff around. So So once you guys finish up setting up all the decor, go ahead and get maybe some like waiter outfits or whatever, and start passing out hors d'oeuvres. And anyway, go ahead, Dr. London.
Oh, and just for this, and I'm not going to say who it is, okay? You could probably process elimination this pretty quickly, but then you want to follow up blood sugar level controls going forward. Just want to make sure that because you don't want it to happen again.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
you can also try liquid IV.
Yeah, well, that's the high volume fluids actually is what that's about. But like, yes.
Yeah, after you have like a massive amount of high volume, high percentage fluids.
Right.
Then the next day, the best way to cure how you're feeling, that illness you have, is some liquid IV.
Okay, I do feel like you're just really pushing for... We have jungle juice. Here. There's a full bottle of this... and we don't want to do brand sponsorships, but it's called Everclear. And so that did go into this watermelon. So that's churning. I don't know if that's...
Is it on? The machine's still churning it, right?
Yeah. Is the machine... Yes. Okay. Can we actually turn it off, though? Because it is disruptive.
Well, if you want jungle juice, this is how you're going to have to...
Okay.
You're going to have to deal with it, Dr. London.
Okay. Well, so, okay, we got all the barrels stacked. We got more at the door. Okay. Do you want to greet the next ones? There is a line forming, but...
Oh, don't call them the next ones.
I know, I
but
feel
the next
bad.
guests, our special guests. Oh, it's Terry, Jerry, and Gary, and Fairy, and Larry.
Hey guys, do you remember that poker game that you played? See, Cameron, this is how you break the ice at an office party. Sorry.
Well, Dr. London, I sort of hooked up with Gary, Larry, Barry, Terry, Fairy, and Nary's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. They're in that very exclusive relationship.
And so I was not expecting them to show up, Dr. London.
Honestly, what I'm thinking is I don't think they expected each other to show up either.
I mean, they are all crammed into the same tiny car, though.
Yeah, I guess maybe it was an Uber share.
Oh, and they had an Uber share for clowns, and they can fit like 30 people in one? Wow.
Yeah, anyway, so welcome, Harry, Terry, and so on. We have... Okay, and you guys brought more barrels. Great. And it makes sense that you would drive up and carpool until the point that you got into barrels and then got to here. I should clarify for the listeners, we can see the shore from where we're at.
Oh, yeah. When we've said we're 40 miles out to sea, we've moved 40 miles, like, along the shore.
Yeah.
We're very close to the shore. We've never been far from the shore.
Out to sea is we don't do a lot of sailing vocabulary classes, I guess is the simplest way to put it. We skip those because we're cool.
Well, and I'm busy.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's great. Yeah. Come on in. Wow.
Yeah, just go ahead and thank you for all the cowboy props. Just go ahead and start decorating like everyone else, and then when you're done with that, you want to start passing out snacks and drinks to everyone. Okay.
Okay, and I see now that so that is is that a dead horse or is that alive? Okay, and they're just shrugging. I guess do you put that on the mantle? Where does that go?
Is this for the meal?
Or is okay, they're saying no. Okay.
I don't know what rodeo clowns eat generally. Because like these are our only friends, but I've never spoken to these people in my entire life.
Yeah, well, they don't speak much. Is one of the things that's not their job. Yeah.
They honk a lot.
Yeah. Okay, I guess. So I guess the horse put it under the tree because on the mantle I'm realizing would be quite a heavy task.
All right, let me just. There we go.
Okay.
And that's the gift for everyone this year.
And hey, don't beat the if it is dead.
Dr. Lennon, I'm starting to think this whole thing was a mistake.
Which part?
Well, it's just how are we going to feed all these clowns?
Yeah, the more I think about it,
food.
Yeah.
I kind of just thought the clowns would bring food, but they're kind of selfish. It's like they only brought decor and everything else and the lights and the tree and everything, but no one brought food.
Honestly, with how much time they're spending in the bathroom here, because I saw Terry, Harry, and so on, they all went straight to the restroom. I think they're all
go fix their makeup. Yeah,
it's a lot of are they insecure? I guess because what I'm getting at here is maybe they will insist that they aren't hungry. And
Dr. Lennon, why else would a person willingly make a fool of themselves and paint themselves like this ghoul of a person? Of course they're insecure.
Yeah. And I guess, that's something for our listeners. You don't have to put anything on your face ever, whether it's you don't have to do anything.
Makeup, sunscreen, markers.
Yes. Well, the markers I could see. Face paint, I get.
No.
If you're at a carnival. Okay.
No.
Well, definitely not the makeup. Obviously, that's not working. So, because if you wear makeup, you are admitting that
God messed up.
Yeah, you believe that God screwed up royally,
and that's what you're spitting in his face every single time you put on eyeliner or clown makeup or all these things.
Okay. And
so that's something we have to accept is that this is a party full of, heretics.
Just weak people. But hey, I will say, they are kind of forming a semicircle here and listening to you talk about it. And I think you're kind of getting a following here. Have you?
Oh, they all follow me. Yeah.
Have you thought of starting a cult? Based around this?
Based around this right now? So, okay. I'm thinking of merging ideas right now because I have had a cult in the works for the last few years.
Oh.
But the people, everyone I get to sign up, they end up eating themselves. I don't really know how to explain it. What do you call it when someone loses their mind to the point where they just start eating their own hand and then do that until they eat their entire body? Is there a doctor term for that?
Yeah, I don't know the term for it now. Have you experienced this?
I haven't at all. I don't know what's going on. Anytime I get like 2 followers at a time, and I'm like, all right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. And then I come back, they've cut off parts of themselves and sautéed it, and then eaten themselves to death.
So you say you're looking to combine this idea with
the clowns, yeah.
With saying let's not wear makeup, because to me those are two kind of big. That's a big jump between those two ideas.
Yeah, but just you said start a cult. I wasn't thinking the makeup thing was the basis of the cult.
Okay.
The basis of the cult is eating yourself.
Okay, and the semicircle isn't.
Yeah,
loving
they're sort of
it.
Walking away. Most of them have sort of trickled out now.
I think I have something that can maybe save this party, at least for the moment. And I know we said we didn't have food. I actually kind of have a secret that I've been excited about. We have a sponsor.
Oh.
Now we all know that Alphabet's cereal was sued for libel, but now we are introducing a new cereal that takes away that risk. It's called Alpha Bots cereal. Okay?
That's right, Dr. London.
Yeah, we're pretty pumped about it. And so if everyone could, okay, so a few of you are coming out now of the bathroom. If you could just grab a bowl of this. So it's Alpha Bots cereal. We're going to just pour that in, okay? Disperse that around.
Everyone has run into the issue again where you're eating Alpha Bits cereal and suddenly the thing that it shapes
spells out,
is saying, these important people are murderers or this politician is a pedophile, and before you know it, you're being sued for, defamation.
Yeah. And I will say, all of us, that is the next step we've all taken, is we pour our cereal, we take a picture, we call our lawyers to sue Alphabet cereal. But what we thought, whenever we consulted with the sponsor, that it was a great idea that the Alpha Bots, Alpha Bits, it's practically the same thing. We've already got the name recognition. All we have to do is change up a little bit of the product. So instead of a dry cereal that's whatever corn or wheat based, instead of that, we have nanobots.
And those nanobots will never spell anything offensive. It'll never call you, the eater of the cereal, ugly. It'll never implicate you in a crime or get you in trouble for.
So this, I can tell you haven't not read the copy, the ad copy.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, if I misunderstood.
It's nice to promise big things like that. It's nice to say.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
They'll never do this, but so when you do eat the nanobots, they will, they will trick your body into thinking that it has eaten a real meal. So that's a plus, right? If you're starving, you'll at least feel like you ate. And then it'll go inside of your bloodstream and into your brain, and it'll eventually take control. And we don't think it will make you, do what Cameron was saying. We don't think it'll make you commit crimes or, especially not libel. But I don't control the bots necessarily.
No one can guarantee anything. I can't say, after you eat this can of soup, it's not going to poison you. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's just good to bear in mind going forward. I once again, I don't want to get sued for libel over the guarantees we make about this product. So you can ingest it. We can promise that. You probably can ingest it. And when the bots take over, you'll just want to be aware that they are part of you. So
you are the bot, and the bot is you, and so
you have taken over.
If your thoughts start being a little different than they are right now, that's just you evolving. Yeah. That's you growing up, and suddenly, your brain is changing.
Yeah, it's nano puberty, I guess is the way to put it. Yeah, you're actually becoming a real adult.
No, I'm not eating this because I'm on a diet.
Yeah, and I also am not eating it because I've read the warnings.
But if all of you rodeo clowns want to just go ahead and take a big spoonful of your Alpha Bots.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, it is tough to chew. There's gonna be a little blood. That's part of it.
Yeah, it is just straight up metal. So, yeah. Okay, good. Well, at least okay. Thompson's getting it down. I can see. Okay, and I see a lot of coughing and retching, and that's good. That's good for this cereal. Yeah. So, well, especially because they can get in more easily if it does little cuts and abrasions. The bots can get into those cuts and abrasions and get to work faster with whatever they do, and we don't question.
Just embrace what's happening and just sort of let it wash over you like the ocean sea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and all right.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Well, I was waiting this whole time for you to ask me why I'm dressed the way I am, because I have my own sponsor that I'd like to present.
Oh, and this is our gift to each other, having sponsors. Okay. Yeah. You're dressed as, is that a flamingo outfit?
It's a Santa Claus flamingo outfit.
Yeah.
It's made out of flamingo fur and not feathers, fur. But it's bright pink, but it looks like a Santa outfit because I'm not Santa Claus, Dr. London. I am Camta Claus.
Okay, yeah. Like who?
What?
Like the cam girls.
Cameron girls, yeah.
Yeah, the cam girls, you're big fans.
And that's where the Camta comes from. And Dr. London, look, I've been pissed for a really long time at this monopoly that Santa has on giving gifts for everyone. Because, guys, he's not doing that out of the kindness out of his heart. He's making a profit off of that. Advertising and sponsorships and all these sort of affiliated deals and whatnot. And the dude is making, bank. But Dr. London, he has a monopoly on it. There's no competition. So that means kids can write into him and he won't even get them what they asked for sometimes. That's actually happened before.
No.
Yeah.
What if
people will say, I want, 3 pairs of socks, and Santa only gives them 2.
Or they ask for coal.
They ask for coal and they just get pictures of Cole Sprouse and they're like, that's not what I wanted. I really just wanted to heat my home.
Right.
But who's going to stop him? Because he's the only one doing it. There's no competition. In comes Camta Claus.
Wow. So you can
for only
you can get coal?
What?
You can get coal.
Oh, I can get coal. Any coal you want.
You can get Cole Sprouse.
Black coal, Cole Sprouse.
Okay.
But Dr. London, for just $10 a month, you can sign up for my Christmas gift services. And then all I need you to do from that point forward is, it's kind of an honor system. It's like filling out your taxes. You need to just keep a list of everything naughty or nice that you've done. And then send it in.
Wait, I'm sorry. It's $10 a month. But do you only do this on Christmas?
Yeah.
So
we don't have the sponsorship deals that Santa has yet, okay? We'll get there one day, but for right now,
so January, I start my subscription. Nothing from you. February comes. I pay another $10. Nothing from you.
Yeah.
Every month I do that. And then November, maybe I realize, I've been wasting money on this stupid subscription. I cancel.
Yeah? Then what?
Then I get nothing out of it.
No, yeah, you can't. Well, yeah, you cancel. Why would you receive something?
And then to go the other hypothetical, if someone just starts subscribing in December.
They could do that, but that's already a point on the naughty list.
Okay.
A nice person would subscribe year-round and expect only gifts at Christmas time.
Okay.
So sure, you can do that. You can sign up on December 23rd. But yeah, you're going to get points on the naughty list. Sorry.
Okay.
And then besides that, it's sort of the list that you submit in. Don't lie. We audit them sometimes. We'll send agents over to your house and they're going to check if you're naughty or nice to see if you're lying.
How do they check?
They'll interrogate you. They'll tie you up.
Okay, like take you down to the basement, shine a light in your face.
Oh, no basement.
What?
The roof of the Empire State Building, Dr. London.
What, they'll dangle you?
Yeah.
It's the agent dangle. Okay. This is.
But we get whatever you ask for.
Wait, hold on.
You're never gonna ask for 3 pairs of socks and only get 2. We get you the gifts. That's what makes it worth it.
I sign up on December 23rd.
Yeah.
You send agents to my house. I get just on Christmas Eve. And that's so a lot of I'm just thinking a lot of agents might go out.
No. It's a randomized pool. Not every single person who signs up is going to get an agent right away. Just throughout the year, an agent might check up on you to make sure you're telling the truth.
Yeah, but if I hate to mess with your business model here, but I feel like people might only subscribe for the 1 month.
Sure, they'll pay $10 and then get just a naughty gift because they're going to be on the naughty list.
Well, it's a point towards the naughty list. What if they're very good people otherwise? I'm sorry to be so strict about this. But
I believe I said it knocks points off.
Yeah.
I've never really specified how many points. You're going to be on the naughty list if you sign up, if you're not subscribed year round.
Okay. But if you do it a month before.
Yeah.
Then you're all right.
And we're going to get you like the exact opposite of what you ask for. And we'll know if you try to say the opposite to get what you want.
Yes.
As opposed to Santa's system.
Oh, this monopoly he has. Where you can be like, I want 3 pairs of socks and he gives you 2. And what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, where he doesn't automatically put you on the naughty list because you didn't pay for 11 months of a service. What if you just ask for a $120 subscription for the month of December?
Okay.
And then it just charges you annually.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Okay.
That would be good behavior to sign up for the. You could sign up for the annual plan on December 23rd. That's great.
I'm just sorry.
Now,
yeah,
that's only going to last till the next December 23rd. So you better sign up again. I would recommend that.
And so I guess you are saving money if you ask Campta for PlayStation 5, let's say. The price of the subscription is going to be worth it for what you get. Okay.
And hopefully, if you're on the nice list, because otherwise we'll get you it's a tray station 5, and that's just like a TV tray, just like a little thing.
So, and I'm sorry to keep pushing this hypothetical, but someone pays $120 for the year subscription.
Yeah.
And then you decide they're naughty.
Yes.
And
asking for a PS5, that's going to put you on the naughty list. That's a really rude thing and like entitled thing to ask for.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. I can see.
I mean, you're only paying $120 a month. I'm going to get you this $500 machine.
Wait, I'm sorry,
that's
not a month,
request. A year. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. It just seems like, Santa, and like, I'm sure, it depends on, I feel like there are variables for what Santa will get you, but usually there aren't so many qualifiers, and he doesn't get mad necessarily if you ask for.
Oh, he has a temper. You can tell he has a temper.
Because wait, Cameron.
What?
Was there a time when you asked Santa for something and he didn't give you what you wanted?
Yes, that's why I did this. I became Campta and built Campta's workshop.
And
which is a U-Haul van.
Okay.
And then I do my work out of there from the back of it. I found it.
Oh, you found the van?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're going to say you found it. Yeah. Okay. And so you just had one bad experience with Santa.
That's right.
Understood that he had a temper from that experience.
Oh, I asked for these 3 pairs of socks, and you know what he gave me?
Okay. It is the sock thing.
Oh my gosh.
2 pairs of socks? If I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And that.
He has a monopoly on the thing. Who am I going to call? I'm going to call HR? Who am I complaining to? Customer service?
No, I see. Yeah. He really does have a monopoly on the thing, and you've emphasized that. So
he has such a monopoly on this thing.
Yeah.
This gift-giving thing.
Okay. Well,
so sign up for Campta's workshop.
Mm-hmm.
$10 a month. Don't get too greedy with your requests. And subscribe the whole year. Don't be a jerk about it.
So maybe we already discussed it, but what would be like a reasonable but fancy sort of request to make? Let's say it's December 23rd. So one issue I know you're going to have is you're running out of a U-Haul, and Santa
Why would that
famously.
Be an issue? You're saying that someone who lives in a U-Haul can't do things that someone who has a house can do?
No, I'm saying more. Santa famously gets all of this done in like 24 hours. He gets all the presents delivered.
He's got a monopoly on this thing, so he's got all these sponsorships and all this money funneling through.
So for him, it's a magic powers also, I think is how he does that. So for you get all these people, just this hypothetical, probably a decent amount of people, December 23rd.
Yeah.
They're like, they subscribe, they pay $120, they make a request for, let's say, $150 item.
Give me an example.
Okay. So I want some of these new wireless headphones.
Ooh,
they're kind of fancy.
That's going to land you on the naughty list. What are you listening to on these fancy headphones? Cursing? Probably music where they're swearing? Podcast where they're swearing, probably?
Did you swear in this one?
Yes.
Okay. Then Okay, so that is a whole other thing to get into, which is not your nice moral, ethic, legal, but it sounds like it's just
now,
if it
if
feels
you had requested something that was under $120, that might end you up on the nice list.
Okay. Well, I get
not exactly $120 because we do have overhead and stuff. Like we've got But if you ask for a $100 gift, there's a good chance you're going to get that
by Christmas. Because that was my question. You're working out of a U-Haul, presumably in one place because you have to organize everything, and it's
Christmas. Jesus wasn't even really born until like February or April,
right?
So
okay, so you are when you say Christmas, you are going in specifically the birth of Jesus, I guess, is your fine print.
I'm following this star that I've been watching for weeks.
Okay.
And I'm hoping wherever it leads will allow me to give all my subscribers their gifts.
Okay. You think it's going to be one central hub that Jesus is ultimately going to deliver the gifts?
I hope so.
I guess that answers the practicality and I guess the magical competitiveness.
No magic involved. There's one meeting spot and
just
hopefully that there's no miracle. It's just I assume that all my subscribers are following the same star and will end up at the same place.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully that place will have a Best Buy or something nearby and I can get everyone's gifts.
Because you haven't bought it before you got to the place.
I'm following the star.
Okay, well, I guess that answers all my questions about it. Hey, how's the party going? You guys liking your cereal? Okay, you only speak in honks. You know, you're not mimes, so, like, you don't have to speak only in... Okay. Well, do we want to spin the chore wheel, or are we good?
We can spin it real quick. It's chore wheel, it's a thing. It has a bunch of chores on it. We do it every week. And spin. Oh, wow. Dr. London, you know what? This is a really sweet chore. We have to give one present to one of our listeners.
Oh. Our listeners? Okay, well.
Yeah.
I guess I'm assuming that our listeners, among our listeners would be the bots in the Alpha Bots cereal. So for me, I think I'm going to give the gift of one bite of Alpha Bots cereal.
Oh, that's
I wasn't
really
going to do it, but.
And for me, we were talking about our old listeners are mostly incel creeps. But a lot of our new robot listeners, a lot of them I can kind of tell are turning into incels. They're really not getting any. And so I'm going to go ahead and hook them all up with robot whores.
Oh, and that's just for listeners, not to be confused with the dead horse. It's
no horses involved, Dr. London. Just some skanky ass robots that are just going to get up all on your wires.
Yeah. In a nice way, by the way. Yeah.
Yes.
And consensually. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess at a certain point you're kind of gonna back off from it.
I don't know how robots work. Can they just like know what the other robot wants? Is communication a part of it?
You'd think with all of our listeners we would know that by now.
Yeah.
But we do have to read their anyway.
But yeah, with the amount of them turning into incels, I really think we need to just get this out of the way.
Okay, and I am seeing some of our guests here become kind of violent and a little bit like the whole seizure thing I was describing. And okay, could you aim that at the chore wheel? Because we do have to destroy it. Okay. All right. Well, that's the chore wheel. We got our chores done. So thank you so much to all of our guests here today. Thank you for floating out to sea. And thank you to our producer Cameron. Thank you to Digital in the house. If you wear makeup, you are admitting that
messed up. God messed up. You're spitting in his face every single time you put on eyeliner or clown makeup or all these things.
Don't beat the dead horse. Don't beat the dead horse. You don't have to put anything on your face ever.
God messed up. God messed up. God messed up. God messed up. Why else would a person willingly make a fool of themselves and paint themselves like this ghoul of a person? Of course they're insecure. Makeup.
My name is Dr. LennonSmith.com, and this has been the Jock Podcast Christmas Office Party.
See ya.